Friends, do we need to talk? And I know many of you are anxiously awaiting this video. So I do apologize that this is coming out probably later than you wanted it to, but many of you do express that we are the only ones that you fully trust. So of course I take that responsibility pretty serious. So what I needed to do before I could tell you what was going on was to figure it out myself and make sure that I was correct. So I have done lots of digging to figure this mess out. We're going to talk about it. There's going to be lots of information in this video. There's so much we need to talk about, gang. Of course, first it's going to be the clearance event. But we also need to talk about these glitches, what is going on with them. We need to talk about gain. We also need to talk about the Facebook group. So lots of information. Let's get started. Of course, I try to make these videos short for you, generally shoot for under 10 minutes. So let's see if we can cover it all. All right, first up, let's chat about the clearance event, which is why most of you are here, trying to see what in the heck is going on with the clearance event. That was scheduled to start today, which is the 17th, as you know, and end on Saturday the 19th. Now, of course, I have contacted our sources. We have numerous. I've also contacted corporate to try to figure this out so that I could give you accurate information. There is a rumor going around because we've definitely heard that somewhere, and I don't know where it's coming from, not pointing fingers, but I'm just here to clarify what is going on, what's being said, and help you understand what we're doing today with this clearance event. There is a rumor going around that Dollar General messed up and that the sale isn't happening, or that the dates are wrong, or something to that effect. I don't know the exact rumor, but that is not true. And we'll talk about everything. Now, here is a cheat sheet that I had made up and planned on doing a whole different kind of video this morning. But of course, we were checking through the night again, waiting for the system to switch to verify this. And as many of you know, it didn't switch. Checked a ton of stores, and no, everything was coming up regular price, quite to my shock. Been doing this for years, and this is truly the first time I've ever seen this happen, particularly with seasonal items. So very bizarre. So obviously I needed to wait until people woke up so that I could, speak with our sources, our DM source, call corporate, all the fun stuff. So that's what I did, and here's what we got. So it is going on. The memo was not a mistake. That part was not a mistake on Dollar General's part. The clearance event is happening. It, however, obviously isn't coming up in the system. Some stores are scanning wrong but ringing correctly. Some are not ringing correctly or scanning correctly. And even it's not even coming up on their handheld. So let's chat about what you need to know and what Dollar General is doing. Okay, at this point, what we do know, we know that the self-checkouts and the new gen systems. Now in this video, I'm going to explain a little bit more about that to help you figure out which are which. But those are working, and they are coming up with the clearance event pricing. So obviously this wasn't a mistake. The dates aren't wrong. It's a system error. Somebody over in Dollar General land obviously didn't do what they needed to do with the system. But on those new stores, you should be a go on those. Of course, use caution because this is super wonky and truly a kind of a first time thing. Super common question is, how do I know if my system's new or old? We used to go by the keyboards. It's no longer accurate. Really, the accurate way of telling is by the receipt. So what you're seeing on the screen right here is an old system receipt. You can see the discounts are listed line by line. If there's a store discount, it'll say minus $2 for the store discount. If there's a coupon underneath that, it'll say minus $1. And it individually lists out the discounts. And then also, and very easy to tell on an old system receipt, is that the 5 off 25 is attached. It is part of your receipt. So if your receipt looks like that, you have found an old system store. Now this is a new store you've never been to. I don't know about you, but almost always I see a receipt in the parking lot, in a cart that's in the little cart return thingy. So I can almost always, if I've never even been to the store, normally I see a receipt laying somewhere entering the store, and I can pretty much tell pretty much immediately if I am in a store that has an old or a new system. Okay, now the new system receipts, they do look quite different, okay? Their discounts are actually totaled, the full discount. It's not listed out line by line, so that is one difference. Then if you go down, scroll down through your receipt, at the very bottom, you're going to see a couple different differences. One being that the cashier name is listed. You're not going to see that on an old system receipt, but at the bottom of a new system receipt, you will see the cashier's name. But most notably, difference is the 5 off 25. I'm going to call it semi-attached. It's normally hanging by a little teeny piece of thread of paper, as opposed to being like a part of the actual receipt. So if you're questioning whether your store is an old or a new system, that's pretty much how you can tell. So again, these new systems should be pretty good to go on the clearance event. The old systems, let's chat about what Dollar General's doing with those stores. Okay, with the old stores, it seems like that the automatic discounts they're not working in the older systems. Now, I have heard from one of the sources, if they reboot their system and pull it back up, then they should be good to go. Are all stores going to do that? Probably not. Should you suggest it? It's up to you and how well you know the manager and how friendly the manager is. Now, lots of stores will likely go ahead and honor the discount, particularly if they have store signage up. But as we know, it's not uncommon for the managers and the store employees not even to know that these things are going on. Therefore, there will not be any signs. You may not have much luck at getting the sale honored through those stores. After talking to corporate, they somehow shockingly weren't aware that this was a problem, or at least that's what I was told. But they are now, according to Dollar General Corporate, now that it's been brought to their attention, they are working to fix the problem. Do I expect them to fix it? I fully do expect them to fix it, probably before the day is out. So I would expect shortly, hopefully, all stores will be honoring the sale. Now, always keep in mind that these sales, as well as everything is, your miles may vary. Some stores may not be participating. So I have put back up your screenshot, and the answer is just, I guess, be patient. If you want to try to ask for an override, please be kind in the store. Again, if they have signs up, they most definitely will go ahead and override the prices for you. If not, please continue to be kind, just be patient, and I will update you as we know things throughout the day. But I did check into, again, one of my sources, their store is working. They got it to work, and I did have them verify whether Purple Dot was included. We know it was not on the memo, so there was a very high chance it was not going to be included. I was hoping that by chance maybe they would go ahead and include it, and the answer to that is no. It does not appear that Purple Dot will be part of this clearance event. But if you're in store anyway, once they get all this mess straightened out, would I check it? Absolutely I would, because today seems like it's just going to be a wonky little day. All right, let's go on to the next topic, and I'm sure it's very important to you guys, and that's these amazing glitches that we had yesterday on the crayons and the notebooks. All right, what we're seeing today is the glitches still working? Yes and no. You're going to have to do this with extreme caution, it appears. Yes, they are fixing both glitches, and some people are having success with them. Some people are not. So please do this with extreme caution. You do not want to load a bunch of stuff, get to the register, and then have an outrageous total. So just do it with caution. They're slowly fixing both glitches, it seems. And I would assume before here long, both will end up being non-existent and will no longer work. So if you do, in fact, load a cart and it doesn't work and you have to have them void that transaction, please, I beg of you, please put the products back on the shelf. Please do not leave them with a cart of unwanted items. All right, let's go on to the next information. Let's chat about Gain super quickly. We are getting and have been getting tons of questions on the $6 Gain coupon. I do see your questions. We see the pending posts. We've seen the messages. We've had this video pretty much ready to go for several days. YouTube only gives me 3 notifications in a 24-hour period, unfortunately. So that video hasn't gone out because, as you know, yesterday, the channel was taken over by glitches, and that just seemed more of a priority to get that information out to you and make sure that you were notified. So your Gain video is coming. I just wanted to let you guys know that I've not forgotten you. It's coming. It's ready. We're going to get this information out first, wait a little bit, and then I'll have your Gain video out probably tonight. Highly recommend you watch this one. Okay, last and super quick is the Kristie's Connections Facebook group. Lots of you are growing impatient about getting into the group. I apologize for that. We have a mass amount of people trying to get in. You guys are joining at a much quicker rate than the amount of people we approve per day. Now, on our end, this is pretty awesome because that means you guys must love what we're doing over here, and that means a lot. So, but just be patient with us. Quantity is much less important than quality. We do run our Facebook group a lot different than others, and it's very important to me that the group runs smoothly. Letting in hundreds of people at one time will pretty much mess all that up. So people do get let in much slower. We just don't approve everybody, and everybody gets vetted before they come in. So I've got to be able to have access temporarily to your Facebook so that I can vet your profile. We do deal with a little bit of behind the scenes unnecessary stuff. So unfortunately, I do have to have access to your Facebook profile. I personally go through these requests and vet the pages. So I know a lot of you don't want your stuff on public, and I'm so sorry it has to be this way, but it's just necessary because of some drama stuff that goes on. But be patient with us. Make sure you answer all the questions so that you're not waiting just to get turned down. Make sure you find the password. It is in the rules. Please do not give me your personal Facebook password. A bunch of you do. Don't ever want your password to your own personal Facebook. This is a word that is a password. It can be found in the rules. So you absolutely must read the group rules to find it. It is very obvious in the rules if you read them. So many of you say, I can't find it. I've read it 10 times. It's almost crazy how obvious it is, and obviously thousands of people have found it. So just read the rules, find the password, answer all the questions, make sure I can have access to your page at least temporarily until you get in. And it's going to be a little bit, but we will get you in as soon as possible. At this point, the wait to get in the group, I hate to say this because it's going to frustrate some of you, is at least a month. There's truly that many people waiting to get in. So we only let in a couple hundred a day, and there's thousands of you trying to get in. So again, please be patient. Very flattering that many of you want to get in. That means a lot. So as far as the clearance event, watch on Facebook in the Facebook group if you are in there, or over on my Instagram page. It's Kristie's Connections for any updates. If a video needs to happen, I'll make one. Be on the lookout for your Gain video that we've been waiting to put out to you. But that's all I have for you in this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, guys.